I guess it was like a combined decision. Um, my PI would, I mean, he, I guess, I mean, they made the effort of um, like setting up like the whole COVID-19 lab safety protocol and like they pretty much laid that out, which basically implied not explicitly but implicitly that hey, the lab is up, it's open, and once the department and A&M, kind of let people back, which was like I guess last summer or something like that, or last fall, and that kind of one that implied that hey, your advisor has like set up a new protocol in lab and people can get back. And two, I personally was, besides that, besides my PI, like setting up all of this and facilitating grad students of the lab to come back in a quote unquote safe environment to do their research. Besides that, I was also like personally concerned about like just the delay that the pandemic has had on my timeline. So yeah, it was kind of a combination of both factors.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. And so for your workspace at home, did you have to purchase any additional office materials in order to make it easier to work from home since our last interview in August?
Yeah, I've definitely, I actually don't remember if I mentioned this in our last interview, but yeah, purchase some like electronic like keyboard, and because in my office on campus, I have like I connect my laptop, but it's like a whole like a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse setup, which is a lot more easier on your shoulders and your wrist to type and for extended hours. So yeah, I've done that. I've got a little like a small table that kind of is adjustable in height, which I didn't have previously at home, which has been a really good decision to get at home because my shoulders were like killing me just because of the back posture and stuff like that initially. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So altogether, how much do you think you have spent in purchasing those items?
I think about 300 to 400, somewhere ballpark about $350.
Okay. And then did your department or school provide you with any funding to help you with this?
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I actually didn't, I mean, I'm not sure if I mean, that's a good question. I didn't think about it. Maybe they, they would have. I mean, nothing. I know departments, like other departments in Texas A&M, just because I'm friends with other PhD students and MS students doing research. I know they send out like to their department, like not my department, send out emails saying that if you need to make purchases which were similar to like a mouse or keyboard, then you can do it on the department account. Like the other departments did that, but our department never did that. So I'm not sure if there was like oral communication, which I don't know how everybody would get to know unless they send an email. But yeah, or they were waiting for people to ask and then provide that funding. So I did not ask. So
Okay. And then in terms of your other home expenses, such as utilities or internet costs, did you find those increasing or
absolutely, absolutely, every single one of those, absolutely.
What would you, again, how much would you estimate the increase has been?
That's a good question. I should do that math. I guess the electricity bill has definitely doubled. I can say that for sure. And then I guess over $500, like everything, which is like electricity, utilities, groceries, and like I'm including like toiletries and groceries, just like toilet paper, paper towels, like that. Yeah, everything like $500 on a per monthly basis.
Okay. Um,
And just food, like I realized, and this is kind of a recent realization, I realized I'm like buying a lot more food, which is not healthy, but yeah, I noticed that.
yeah, same. Um, so in your department, in terms of funding, how are you funded or and also how are most people usually funded? So are you funded by a PI or PI, or is it the department or like a combination of both?
It within the department, it's kind of a combination of both. Some students are funded by like a PI, so they're like on a research assistantship, and some of them are on a TA by their department. I was a TA in fall and then a research assistantship over this past spring, spring 2021. And yeah, that's pretty much the setup in the department. It's like a mix of the two.
Okay. And so are you confident that you will have the funding that you need in order to complete your degree?
I'm actually not. No, I, I, I don't know. Yeah. Even though the department has said that they will try to accommodate as many as possible um, for like their as many funding requests from graduate students which they facilitate at the like before semester begins. Um, I am not sure because in the past, and this I'm talking about pre-COVID, the department has not done a good job with um, with funding everybody, like especially PhD students, especially like students who are doing research. And so this was this was pre-COVID. So um, I I feel uncertainty with the pandemic that the department would be able to accommodate, X number of students that have been delayed in their program for like at least a semester more, or at least a year more. So I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know if your department has decided to admit fewer students this year
Oh yeah,
because of
that
funding?
yeah. So I don't know if this question was asked last year, but so for the year fall 2020 and spring 2021, I think we just have like one grad student, um, new grad student, and then for the upcoming year as well, we have like for fall 2021, spring 2022, we also have like I don't know the exact number, but it's not like usually we have a cohort of about anywhere between 6 to 7. Sometimes it's like 14, 15 as well. I know when I started my program, it was like 13 or 14. So usually it's a good cohort of incoming graduate students. But this time again, it's like, if I have to guess, it's like maybe one or two, or at most three students.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty large cut. Um, and so, um, whether due to these concerns or also the increase in income, have you taken on an additional job or started pulling from an additional source of income? So, personal savings or parental support, for example, loans?
Um, I have not taken an additional job, but I have pulled from my savings pretty much on a monthly basis for sure.
Yeah. Um, And are you concerned